A Wonderful World of Transformation. Folk Stories and Music from the British Isles. A musical by Carissa Van Loo. Come on, come on! Ugh, just missed it. Better luck next time. Okay, here we go. Just gotta get around them and... Okay. Ooh, this is looking good. That's what you think. Hey! How about you kids put those phones down and join me over here? I knew you wouldn't be able to get ahead. James, Rebecca, put those phones down and come over here. Ugh, fine. All right, all right. That's better. Now, I thought we could end the evening together and I could share a story before we all go to bed. Do we have to? I'd rather go to bed. Just give me a chance. Ready? Long, long ago, some farmers were out hunting hares. It's been a rough day, mate. Indeed, those nasty hares have been spoiling my barley since August. I'm not heading home until we get at least one. Agreed. Looks like you blokes have had a rough day. That's for sure. Well, I can tell you where you'll find a hare to chase, but under one condition. Mind you don't set a black dog on it. Fair enough. We'll take any help we can get. Just beyond the hill over yonder, you will find a plump hare under the hedge. That's where it dwells. Thank you, Nanny X. Here's a sixpence for your trouble. You do know what people say about her. That she's a witch. Blimey, I don't care what she is. I just want those hares out of my farm.
I shall go into a high with sorrow, sigh, and a mickle care. I shall go into a high with sorrow, sigh, and a mickle care. I go to the devil in the devil's name and stay till I come home again. I go to the devil in the devil's name and stay till I come home again. I shall.
Looks like we're almost there. I think I see something. Look, there's a brown spot right there under the hedge. You're right. Now, as promised, we mustn't put the dogs on it. Let's see if we can get it closer and see if we can hit it. What happened then, grandfather? I'll tell you what happened. Just as the hare reached the hedge around Nanny X's little cottage, a random black dog appeared from nowhere and snatched at its haunches, tearing the skin and biting a lump out of its leg. Whoa! Nanny X, are you there? Yes, come on in. I do sincerely apologize for the dog that appeared out of nowhere. Oh, are you all right? What happened to your leg? I'll be fine. You men go on your way. Go on. Are you sure? Go on.
In out in town, as I have heard him tell. Oh, once there was a white hare. He used the dirt to dwell. She's been hunted by the greyhounds and the beetle ducks are fair. But there's never one amongst them can come up to this white hare.
For she's faster than the black, and she's funnier than the brown, and there's not a dog in England as will ever bring her down.
Oh, and when they came unto the place where this white hare did lie, the beetles they uncoupled, and they began to try, and then all the crafty greyhounds they made the bush around, but there never was a white hare in that field to be found.
For she's faster than the black, and she's bonnier than the brown, and there's not a dog in England as will ever bring her down.
It just ends like that? What happened to Nanny X? Was she really a hare? Did she get better? What did the farmers do? That's how it ends. We don't know exactly what happened next. Some people say this happened on multiple accounts, and eventually she finished her day like a martyr, at the stake. But we don't really know. It all seems so suspicious. An old lady would suddenly have injuries in the exact spot that a hare was bitten? Do you really think she could have turned into a hare? She's not the only thing I've heard has transformed into something else. Really? What else has? That means another story. Okay. Yeah, let's hear another story. I'm not too tired. All right. Settle down. The second story is about the legend of Bala Lake in Wales. There once was a wicked and greedy prince who oppressed his people. Often, while he was merrymaking in his luxurious gardens, he would hear a voice that hovered around him in the air. It was a voice that only he seemed to hear. Vengeance. Vengeance will come. Ha! Vengeance. It must be a trick someone is trying to play. You there, workers! My grandson has been born, and I want you to prepare the most extravagant party this palace has ever seen. I want a night full of rejoicing, feasting, dancing, and merriment. Prepare it all. Order barrels of beverages, oxen to roast, decorate the main hall with the most exquisite decor. Your Royal Highness, might I inquire about something? There are many people in the kingdom who are starving and children who are dying for lack of milk. So is their fate. And one last preparation. We need a harpist. Go find the greatest harpist in the land. You are being summoned by the prince to play for his party. It would be my honor and delight. I haven't much money, so I do hope the evening is worthwhile. Vengeance! Vengeance! How foolish am I? I'm leaving a perfectly good job when I've not yet been paid just to follow a little bird. Vengeance, vengeance. Where did that little bird go? I can't believe I left that party and I left my harp inside. I wonder if I can make it back before anyone notices I'm actually gone. This is useless. I'll just wait until daybreak. Had it not been for that wretched bird, I should not now be in this sorry state. I missed the end of the feast, I've not been paid for my work, and even worse, I've left my heart behind in the palace.
Goedenavond, uitien volop, faldidaldi-roedi-roedi-rai-tai-to. Kan im lisse, reisen pigok, faldidaldi-roedi-roedi-rai-tai-to. Dosi bloidol gessederian, faldidaldi-roedi-roedi-rai-tai-to. Tigean o luini gwirdion, faldidaldi-roedi-roedi-rai-tai-to.
Vengeance had come indeed. There, where once stood a magnificent palace, and only the night before a cruel and oppressive prince had danced and laughed with his friends, was now a large, expansive, calm water, shining in the morning sun. And floating on the face of the waters, which today is known as Bala Lake, was the old man's beloved harp. Wow, that's beautiful. I'm glad that nasty prince got what he deserved. Just imagine, a high and mighty palace now sunk to the bottom of a lake. Thanks for sharing, Grandpa. Maybe these stories aren't as bad as I thought they would be. I'd like to hear more sometime. I'd be happy to share, but for now, it's bedtime. Intermission. No video games tonight? Nope, we want to hear another story. I think that just a few nights ago I practically begged you to come and listen, and now you're waiting with anticipation. Warms my heart. Speaking of warming up, that reminds me of an old Scottish story. Long, long ago, in the Shetland Islands, there was a poor woman named Mally. Her husband had been lost at sea, so she was a widow, but she was not alone. She had 4 sons, who were all fine young men, and, like all teenagers, they always seemed to be hungry. Mom, is there anything left to eat? I've tried to store up enough food to last the winter, but I'm afraid last night we finished all the potatoes, salted herring, and oatmeal. What shall we do? We should do what we must do, my sons. We will have to beg for food. I will go to our neighbor mother. She always seems to have plenty of food. Perhaps she'll take pity on us.
Take the begging, I will go, will go to the begging, I will go to the begging, I will go, will go to the begging, I will go to the begging, I will go, will go to the begging, I will go to the begging, I will go, will go to the begging, I will go.
Whoa, looks like she has a well-stocked kitchen. This looks prospective. What do you want? We have no food at all. Please could you spare some of your food with us and share it? How dare you come begging? Be gone and do not come back. Mum, her shelves were full of all kinds of food, but when I asked, she harshly refused and yelled at me. Some people are like that, son. Be glad that we are different. But we just will have to go to bed hungry tonight. I've been walking all day and I'm quite tired and hungry. Could you spare some food? I'm terribly sorry, but we don't have any food. But maybe come out of this cold and you can at least share our fire? We really have no food left, but maybe we can scrimp and scrape any bits of oatmeal out of this and use this brine. I know it's not much, but here's a little something. We have no bed for you, but you are welcome to sleep by the fire. We have plenty of peats, so you will be warm. Was that really all the food you had? It was. I wish it could have been more. Bless you for sharing the last of your food. There might not be any food left, but at least we can all stay warm. Indeed. Whoa! I wonder if there's a gold coin in every peat. This is brilliant. That old man must have really been a troll. What happened then? When she broke the first peat in half, out scurried 2 mice. Thinking that surely the next would give her the gold she expected, she broke another. 2 more mice. She broke every peat, and soon the house was overrun with mice. They scurried into the larder and ate every last morsel of food. The old woman was hungry for 2 days, and then she made her way to Mally's house. I have no food. Do you have some to share? I will share with you as much as you shared with us when we were hungry. What was that all about? That stingy neighbor came and asked for food. Yes, but you must also remember what I told you. We are not like that. Open the door, son. Please come in. As long as we have food, you need never to be hungry. As the boys grew to manhood, people said that they were never any men who were kinder and more generous than Mally's sons. That's beautiful. What a great story. As they always say, from rags to riches. But, Grandpa, can you tell me more about that Tro? Ah, the Tros are natural beings or spirits. In other parts of the British Isles, they call them the wee folk or the other crowd. They can come in forms of fairies, elves, leprechauns, and many other types. People don't like to mess with them because they can cause quite a misfortune if they're displeased. But generally, if people run into the other crowd, they will try to be courteous and no harm will come to them. Or, as in the case of Mally's family, good fortune can come. Are there any other stories with the wee folk in them? Funny you should ask. One of my favorite stories has a whole clan of fairies in it. There was once a poor man named Loosemore, and he had a great hump on his back. He looked as if his body had been rolled up and placed upon his shoulders. His head was pressed down with a weight so much that his chin used to rest upon his knees for support while he was sitting. The country people were rather shy of meeting him in any lonesome place, for though he was as harmless and as inoffensive as a newborn infant, his deformity was so great that he hardly appeared to be a human creature. As if the weight of his hump wasn't enough, people even spread rumors about him. One dark evening, little Loosemore walked very slowly on account of the great hump upon his back, and came to the old moat of Knockgrafton. "Getting a wee tired, I'm afraid. Might be best to settle in for the night." "De Lewin de Mort, de Lewin de Mort, de Lewin de Mort. De Lewin de Mort, de Lewin de Mort, de Lewin de Mort. De Lewin de Mort, de Lewin de Mort, de Lewin de Mort. De Lewin de Mort, de Lewin de Mort, de Lewin de Mort." This is getting rather tiresome. Oh well. "De Lewin de Mort, de Lewin de Mort, de Lewin de Mort. De Lewin de Mort, de Lewin de Mort, de Lewin de Mort. De Lewin de Mort, de Lewin de Mort, de Lewin de Mort. Augusta Dardine." Did you hear that? Why, it was absolutely brilliant. We must bring this mortal among us, for his skill in music far exceeds any of us. Come, join us. Loose more, loose more, doubt not nor deplore, for the hump which you bore now on your back is no more. Look down on the floor and view it, loose more. What a glorious day it is! And those fairies even blessed me with a new suit. No one who met Loosemore knew him without his hump. He had a great work to persuade people that he was the same man. Not long after, his story spread for miles. "Excuse me, could you direct me to Kopov?" "I need give you no directions, me good woman, for this is Kopov. And who may you want here?" "I have come from afar looking for one named Loosemore, who I have heard had his hump taken off by the fairies. My son has got a hump on him that will be his death, and maybe, if he could use the same charm as Loosemore, the hump may be taken off of him. And now I have told you the reason for my coming so far. 'Tis to find out about this charm if I can. I can certainly tell you what happened." Loosemore told the woman all the particulars about how he had finished the tune for the fairies at Knockgrafton, how his hump had been removed from his shoulders, and how he had received a new suit of clothes into the bargain. The woman thanked him very much, and then went away quite happy and easy in her own mind. Back home, she told her little hunchback son, who was a peevish and cunning creature from his birth, the whole story. "Now, we will just settle you under this moat. Remember to sing back to the fairies." De Lewin de Mort, de Lewin de Mort, de Lewin de Mort, Augusta Dardine, de Lewin de Mort, de Lewin de Mort, de Lewin de Mort, Augusta Dardine, de Lewin de Mort, de Lewin de Mort, de Lewin de Mort, Augusta Dardine, de Lewin de Mort, de Lewin de Mort, de Lewin de Mort, Augusta Dardine, de Lewin de Mort, de Lewin de Mort, de Lewin de Mort, Augusta Dardine. De Lewin de Mort, de Lewin de Mort, de Lewin de Mort, Augusta Dardine, de Lewin de Mort, de Lewin de Mort, de Lewin de Mort, Augusta Dardine, de Lewin de Mort, de Lewin de Mort, de Lewin de Mort, Augusta Dardine, Augusta Henna. If one day was good, two were better, and if Loosemore had one new suit of clothes, I should have two. Who spoiled our tune? Who spoiled our tune? Jack Madden, Jack Madden. Your words came so bad. In the tune we felt glad. In this castle you have had. In your life we may sadden. Here's 2 humps for Jack Madden. Out of our castle! Oh, dear me. My poor son. Mother and her traveling company were afraid to say anything, lest a hump might be put upon their own shoulders. Home they brought unlucky Jack Madden with them, as downcast in their hearts. The weight of his other hump and the long journey, he died soon after, leaving, they say, his heavy curse to anyone who would go to listen to fairy tunes again.
Je sing even naar gelevin is biesje. Ach, Christ, ik de viroik, maar de heb der een giol, is neer kwirach krik korle shanline.
What a story! And an expected ending. You have to be careful around the magical other crowd. You never know what might happen. Thanks for sharing those stories, Grandpa. I guess they were a lot better than I thought they would be. Let's see. We heard The Witch as a Hare from England, then the Welsh legend of Bala Lake, and the story of Mally and the Trow from Scotland, and then the Irish legend of Knockcrofton. So many different stories with some misfortunes, but also some happy endings. But you know what they all have in common? There's always something that transforms. You're right. Just like you.